All right, today we're going to talk about solving proportions. Solving proportions. And a proportion is an equation that states two ratios are equal. All right, an example of that would be A over B equal to C over D. That is a proportion, one fraction equal to another fraction. In a proportion, crisscross products are equal. Crisscross products, that's this way. All right, so in a proportion, A times D is equal to B times C. And that is the technique that you use to solve a proportion. So in its simplest form, if you're asked, what is the solution? Of each proportion, and you're given 7/8 equal to M over 12. I like to multiply the variable first. It doesn't matter if you do 7 times 12 first or 8 times M. I like the variable to be on the left. So when I have a choice, I do the 8 times M first. So if you take your 8 times your M, you got 8 times M, and that's equal to, you do 7 times 12. Those are your crisscross products being equal to each other. So your 8 times M is 8M. Your 7 times 12 is 84. And then you can divide both sides by 8. These will cancel. And your M is equal to 10.5. if you got x over 7, equal to 4 over 5. I'm going to do the 5 times the x first, or the x times the 5. So 5 times x equals the 7 times the 4. So 5x would equal 28. And you can divide both sides by 5. These will cancel. And 28 divided by 5 is 5.6. So x equals 5.6. Pretty tough stuff, huh? Pretty tough. All right, so then we expand on that and we take a fraction like b minus 8 over 5. And it's equal to b plus 3 over 4. Same rule. Both products are going to have a b in them now, so it doesn't matter if you do the 5 times b plus 3 or the 4 times b minus 8. But what you do have to remember is the distributive property. So I'm going to do the 5 times b plus 3, and that's equal to 4 times b minus 8. And now at the end of last week, you did this same type problem from this step on. That was solving variables with, or solving equations with variables on both sides. So now you just have to do the distributive property twice. 5 times b is 5b, plus your 5 times 3, which is 15, equals 4 times b, which is 4b, and 4 times negative 8 is negative 32. So you can subtract 4b from each side. And 5b minus 4b is 1b, but you don't write the 1. So b plus 15 is equal to negative 32. And subtract 15 from each side. These cancel. Your b is equal to negative 32 minus 15. That's a negative 47. Let's do n over 5 equal to 2n plus 4 over 6. So I'm going to do the 5 times 2n plus 4. And that's going to be equal to 6 times n. So your 5 times 2n, that's 10n. If that sign is plus, then this is plus. 5 times 4 is 20. And 6 times n is 6n. Now, this is like when I see things that I've seen students mess up on a lot in the past, I try to point them out to you. This gets messed up real bad very often because we've talked about moving the smaller variable, right? So let me show you what people do, and then you tell me what I did wrong. They subtract 6n from each side. And watch with it. You're laughing because you know what I'm going to do, right? They write 4n equals 20. Does 4n equal 20? And then they divide by 4 and they get n as 5. Okay? Look what happened here. Anybody want to jump in and tell me what I did wrong? Go ahead.
You're supposed to minus 10 instead of minus 6.
I could have minus 10, but I didn't want to. I wanted to stick to my rule of move the smaller variable. What did I do wrong? I moved the 20 on the other side of the equal sign, didn't I? Or I just moved the equal sign randomly with no justification whatsoever. Had I done what I did to stick to the rule of you always move the smaller, it should have looked like 10n minus 6n is 4n. The plus 20 comes down and it's equal to 0. And that's the one time you have to write the 0. Okay? So now if you subtract 20 from each side, by just sticking to your rules, you get 4n equals negative 20, and you divide by 4, and n equals negative 5. Okay? So that's a huge teaching moment if you've gotten those wrong in the past. And then when I show somebody that, some of you 15-year-olds think you know everything in the world, and you probably do. But you know what they say to me? Because what was my other answer? My other answer was 5, right? And they go, well, I got the 5. I know what I'm doing. No, you're so wrong. 5 and negative 5 aren't even close to each other. And then they just they just put a negative sign in front of the 5 and they go, I know how to do it. And then they take their quiz and they get it wrong. So look, be careful at that stage. All right. When you got variables on both sides. Now, like Antoinette said, you could have moved the 10 in, right? And that's fine too. You would have still gotten n equals negative 5. It's whatever you like to do. I like to just stick to the rule of moving the smaller variable. All right, so y'all good with that? Nod up and down means yes. Left to right means no. Silala, you okay? Up and down, good. All right, so let's take this one more step, and we're gonna say that a media player has 2 gig of storage. And holds 500 songs. Another player has 80 gig. How many songs will it hold? All right, so some of you guys know how to figure this out on your own. You've got your own method and it works, and if that's the case, fine, keep using it. I just set up a little proportion. All right. I set up a couple of ratios that go gig to song. All right. That's my proportion. And then I do the first media player, and its gig is 2, and it holds 500 songs. All right, so there's my ratio of gig to songs. I make it equal to the other player that has, if I put gigabytes on top, I got to put gigabytes on top again, 80 up here to songs. Okay? So when you're doing a section and it's titled Solving Proportions and you get a word problem, that means write a proportion and solve it. So here you're going to crisscross multiply. You got your 2 times S, 2 times S equal to 500 times 80. It's probably like 40,000 or something, isn't it? 40,000. How about that lotto thing right now? You divide by 2. Your 2's cancel. The amount of songs that this new thing will hold, 40,000 divided by 2, it's 20,000. It's a lot of songs. I guess. I don't know. Questions? Let's do one more of these. You always got to do an orange juice problem in the morning. An 8-ounce can. 8-ounce can. When have you seen a can of orange juice? 8-ounce can of orange juice has 97 milligrams of vitamin C. Has 97 milligrams vitamin C. How many milligrams? How many milligrams of vitamin C? Okay. Are in a 12-ounce can. I'm gonna erase can because that doesn't even sound good. I can't look at that. We're gonna say bottle. 12-ounce bottle. All right, so I'm gonna write a proportion of ounces to milligrams. My first bottle has 8 ounces, which contain 97 milligrams. I'm going to make that equal to my 12-ounce bottle, and I'm going to solve for milligrams. So it's a proportion. So you crisscross multiply it. You take your 8 times your mg, and you make it equal to your 97 times 12. So 8 milligrams equals 1,164. You divide both sides by 8. These 8s will cancel, and your milligrams in the bigger bottle, 1164 divided by 8, 145.5. Any questions on any of that? Fairly simple start to the week, huh? Big Monday morning. Everybody's excited to be here. I am thrilled to be here. Couldn't wait to get out of bed this morning. All right, your assignment for today. If you're in class, I'm getting ready to hand out some. I've got a handout for you if you're in class. If you're an e-learner, give me about 5 minutes to upload your PDF files with your assignment on it. All right, just drop that down. Sit down. So today's assignment is going to be on page 127. Problems 18 through 36. You have to show all your work. Show all your work means that if I showed this much work for this type of a problem, then so are you, if you want credit. What you turn in should look just like the notes, step by step, very methodical. All right? It doesn't take you hardly any time to show one more step and avoid making a mistake. So, page 127, 18 through 36, you're going to show all your work. If you're in class, it's going in the basket. Oh. I started combining a couple words together. In the basket. If you're home, if you're an e-learner, you're going to email a picture of your completed assignment. Email a picture by 10:07. All right, that means take a picture of what you've gotten done by 10:07 and email it to me. So that's your assignment for today. As I said, in class, I'm going to be handing out. And then as soon as I get back to my, unless Antoinette can help me out, if you can give everybody one of these, please, then I can work on uploading their PDFs. So if you guys at home don't have any questions, you are excused from the Zoom meeting. I am going to end the Zoom meeting so that I can upload your assignment for you. Any questions?
No. No, thank you.
All right. People responding. All right, I'm going to end this meeting then. Have a great day. Talk to you. See you. I don't know. I won't see you. I guess I'll see your name tomorrow.